कृपया सुनिश्चित करें कि दीक्षांत समारोह के पूरी अवधि के दौरान आपका फोन साइलेंट रहे। कृपया दीक्षांत समारोह के दौरान सभागृह से बाहर न जाएं। सभी गणमान्य व्यक्ति मंच पर अपना स्थान ग्रहण करने तक आप कृपया खड़े रहें। धन्यवाद।
Kindly pay attention. Please come aside and take your seats. Academic procession has already started. Please make sure your phones are on silent mode for the entire duration of the convocation. During the convocation, kindly refrain from leaving the hall. When the procession enters the hall, kindly stand up till the dignitaries take their seats. Thank you.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಕೇಂದ್ರೀಯ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ 8ನೇ ಘಟಿಕೋತ್ಸವಕ್ಕೆ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಪ್ರೀತಿಪೂರ್ವಕವಾದ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಬಯಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಘಟಿಕೋತ್ಸವದ ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆಯು ಈ ಸಭಾಂಗಣವನ್ನು ಪ್ರವೇಶಿಸುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳು ವೇದಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಸೀನರಾಗುವವರೆಗೆ ಘಟಿಕೋತ್ಸವದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸುವ ತಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಲ್ಲಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ.
सुप्रभात। कर्नाटक केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय कलबुर्गी के 8वें दीक्षांत समारोह में आपका हार्दिक स्वागत है। अकादमिक प्रोसेशन दीक्षांत समारोह में आ चुका है। सभी उपस्थित लोगों से विनम्र अनुरोध है कि सभी गणमान्य व्यक्ति मंच पर अपना स्थान ग्रहण करने तक आप कृपया खड़े रहें।
Good morning to one and all. A warm welcome to the 8th Convocation of Central University of Karnataka, Kalburgi. The academic procession proceeds towards the Convocation Pandal. We kindly request all attendees to remain standing until the esteemed dignitaries have assumed their seats.
ಇದೀಗ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಗೀತೆ ಮತ್ತು ನಾಡಗೀತೆಯನ್ನು ಹಾಡಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ಸಂಗೀತ ಮತ್ತು ಲಲಿತಕಲೆ ವಿಭಾಗದ ಸಹಾಯಕ ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕರಾದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಜಯದೇವಿ ಗಂಗಮಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ಮತ್ತು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ತಂಡ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಗೌರವಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಲ್ಲಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ.
कृपया राष्ट्रगीत और नाडगीते के सम्मान में खड़े हो जाएं, जिन्हें प्रस्तुत करेंगे संगीत और ललित कला विभाग के संकाय सदस्य और छात्रगण.
Kindly rise for the rendition of the national song and Nadagite presented by esteemed faculty member of Department of Music and Fine Arts, Dr. Jayadevi Jangamsetti and team.
ಜೀವವು ನಿನ್ನಾವೇಶ ಹಸುರಿನ ಗಿರಿಗಳ ಸಾಲೆ ನಿನ್ನಯ ಕೊರಳಿನ ಮಾಲೆ ಕಪಿಲ ಪತಂಜಲ ಗೌತಮ ಜಿನನುತ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನು ಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಶಂಕರ ರಮನುಜ ವಿದ್ಯಾರಣ್ಯ ಬಸವೇಶ್ವರರಿಹ ದಿವ್ಯಾರಣ್ಯ ರನ್ನ ಷಡಕ್ಷರಿ ಪೊನ್ನ ಪಂಪಲ ಕುಣಿಪತಿ ಜನ್ನ ಕುಮಾರ ವ್ಯಾಸರ ಮಂಗಳಧಾಮ ಕವಿ ಕೋಗಿಲೆಗಳ ಪುಣ್ಯಾರಾಮ ನಾನಕ ರಾಮಾನಂದ ಕಬೀರರ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಕೈಲಪ ಹೊಯ್ಸಳರಾಳಿದ ನಾಡೆ ಡಂಕಣ ಜಕಣರ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ವೀರೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಾವತಿ ತುಂಗಾ ಕಾವೇರಿಯವರ ರಂಗ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಪರಮಹಂಸ ವಿವೇಕರ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಸರ್ವ ಜನಾಂಗದ ಶಾಂತಿಯ ತೋಟ ರಸಿಕರ ಕಂಗಳ ಸೆಳೆಯುವ ನೋಟ ಹಿಂದೂ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತ ಮುಸಲ್ಮಾನ ಪಾರಸೀಕ ಜನರುದ್ಯಾನ ಜನಕನ ಹೋಳುವ ದೊರೆಗಳ ಧಾಮ ಗಾಯಕ ವೈದಿಕರ ರಾಮ ಕನ್ನಡ ನುಡಿ ಕುಣಿದಾಡುವ ಗೇಹ ಕನ್ನಡ ತಾಯಿಯ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ದೇಹ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಜಯ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಜಯ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಜಯ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ.
Thank you. Please take your seats. I now request the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Battu Satyanarayana, to welcome the chief guest of today's convocation, Sri Dr. V. Narayanan, Chairman of Indian Space Research Organization, with a bouquet. Thank you, sir. May I now request the Registrar, Professor R.R. Biradar, to welcome the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Battu Satyanarayana, with a bouquet. Thank you, sir. I now request the Controller of Examination, Dr. Kota Sai Krishna, to welcome the Registrar, Professor R.R. Biradar, with a bouquet. Request the Registrar, Professor R.R. Biradar, to welcome the Controller of Examination, Dr. Kota Sai Krishna, with a bouquet. I now humbly request the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Battu Satyanarayana, to honor the distinguished chief guest of the 8th Convocation, Sri Dr. V. Narayanan, Chairman of Indian Space Research Organization, by presenting him a shawl and memento as a token of our respect and gratitude.
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಕೇಂದ್ರೀಯ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ 8ನೇ ಘಟಿಕೋತ್ಸವದ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿದ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಬಾಹ್ಯಾಕಾಶ ಸಂಶೋಧನಾ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ವಿ ನಾರಾಯಣನ್ ಇವರನ್ನು ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಕುಲಪತಿಗಳಾದ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಭಟ್ಟು ಸತ್ಯನಾರಾಯಣ್ ಸರ್ ಇವರು ಅಭಿಮಾನಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಸನ್ಮಾನಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸರ್.
धन्यवाद महोदय. अब मैं आदरणीय परीक्षा नियंत्रक महोदय डॉक्टर कोटा साई कृष्णा जी को सादर आमंत्रित करता हूं कि वे माननीय कुलपति महोदय से दीक्षांत समारोह आरंभ करने का अनुरोध करें.
Now, I respectfully invite the Controller of Examination, Dr. Kota Sai Krishna, to request the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Battu Satyanarayana, to commence the convocation ceremony.
Thank you. Good morning all. Now I request Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Battu Satyanarayana ji to declare the convocation open.
By the virtue of powers vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of Central University of Karnataka, I declare the 8th convocation open.
Thank you, sir.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸರ್. ಘಟಿಕೋತ್ಸವದ ಸಮಾರಂಭದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತರನ್ನು ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸಿ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ವರದಿಯನ್ನು ಮಂಡಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಕುಲಪತಿಗಳಾದ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಭಟ್ಟು ಸತ್ಯನಾರಾಯಣ್ ಇವರಲ್ಲಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
May I respectfully ask the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Battu Satyanarayana, to welcome the audience in attendance and provide the university's report.
Good morning to all. Chief guest of today convocation function, Dr. V. Narayanan, Chairman, Space Commission and Secretary, Department of Space, and Chairman, ISRO, the Registrar of Central University of Karnataka, Control of Examinations, Finance Officer, Librarian, members of Executive Council, members of Court, members of Academic Council, deans of schools, heads of the departments, faculty, non-teaching staff, graduating scholars, and students of Central University of Karnataka, parents, invitees, press and media, I welcome all of you for 8th convocation of Central University of Karnataka, Kalaburgi, Karnataka State. Central University of Karnataka was established by the Parliament through the Central University Act 2009. The vision of the university is to promote the universal values and knowledge. The mission of the university is to strengthen and disseminate knowledge in all possible forms and ways, which includes to integrate with all stakeholders of knowledge and education in a holistic and inclusive fashion, to contribute meaningfully in terms of enriching the human capital of the country. The logo of the university embodies the ideas of humanism and harmony, and they have found expression in the famous and ancient symbol of the tree of life, which is taken as the basic motif for the university. The logo also represents a scholar who is shown in reaching out to life in all its expressions, which leads to knowledge and enlightenment. The objective of the university is to create an educational ecosystem to support innovation in the area of energy, ecology, and sustainable socio-economic development in the region in particular and the country in general. The university is spread across 654 acres of land with buildings supporting 27 departments and 12 schools. The university has a state-of-art library facility, including digital library with online access to books and top quality journals which are provided by the Ministry of Education, Government of India under the scheme One Nation, One Subscription. The university has state-of-art laboratory facilities to train the students with the latest technology. The infrastructure development and Central Institute of Karnataka is focused on creating a required environment for imparting quality education. Over a period of its establishment, it has made a significant contribution in maintaining quality in education in terms of academics, research, and governance. As far as academic is concerned, the university has grown leaps and bounds over the years, offering programs in general, professional, and technical education streams. The university emphasized on revising the curricula periodically in time with changing needs, predicted trends, and differentiated gaps, and also keeping in view to ensure the mobility of students either for higher education or for employment and entrepreneurship. Presently, the university is offering the relevant curriculum as per AEP 2020 with the learning outcomes based curriculum framework. Moreover, university is able to ensure the properly defined pedagogy to make education more experiential, holistic, integrated, inquiry-driven, and learner-centered through various learning activities such as listening, reading, thinking, discussing, and writing. The examination and evaluation at the CUK signify the continuous comprehensive system based on the outcomes of imparted education rather than inputs. Presently, there are about 2,800 students and roles in undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD programs offered by the university. Today, 824 students are receiving their UG, PG degrees in this convocation who have passed out during the academic year 2023. 36 students are receiving the PhD degrees and 36 students receiving the gold medals. The faculty members of various departments of the university are able to publish a good number of research papers in well-cited and high impact factor journals. Further, the research at the university resulted in filing of patents and also expanding the partnerships and cooperations with national and international organizations, in addition to successfully attracting quite a good number of projects from various funding agencies. Keeping in view of the emphasis on research in higher education institutions, the Central Institute of Karnataka established the Research and Development Cell with a view to facilitate research ecosystem, foster research quality, and promote research clusters through centers of excellency. The faculty of the university are engaged in the cutting-edge areas of research like quantum electronics, drug designing, molecular engineering, energy technology, and nanotechnology. Research and heritage of CUKarnataka, temple architecture of Rashtrakutas, sustainable ecological environmental development of the region with a global perspective is at focus. The university has introduced annual research awards to promote, recognize, and encourage the research among the faculty members. The university is trying to establish various institutional structures and committees for institutional developmental activities to streamline the accountability and transparency in various governance practices. Further, the university adopted and implemented the e-governance platform of Samarth portal provided by the Ministry of Education, Government of India for automation of the administration. The university is in the forefront related to outreach activities for community empowerment and has adopted nearby villages. The Department of Social Work conducts skill development programs for self-help groups and improving study habits of school children, life skills development programs for children and adolescent groups, sanitation campaign and women empowerment. The university has established a Braille Resource Center that is to catering to the needs of the specially abled students in the region, and dedicated Prasar Ranga, that is the publication house for knowledge dissemination. The CUK has established a sophisticated instrumentation center with an investment of 45 crores. It is established to encourage frontier research on campus. An incubation and skill development center, industry, academia are established to cater to the needs of the university faculty, staff, research scholars, students and alumni with entrepreneurial orientation. These infrastructure to Central University of Karnataka aim to support other higher education institutions, research organizations and industry in the North Karnataka region. The university had an appeal from the institution of strategic importance like DRDO and ISRO through then directors and chairman in 2018 to establish a Center for Excellence in High Frequency Electronics, looking at the need to train students in said area. The task is fulfilled now. The Center for Excellence in Higher Frequency Electronics is established this year and facility development is in progress. The university is also actively engaged in training the university students to national missions of priority through the program of ISRO, the START for the past 2 years. The university has implemented NEP 2020 by offering 4 years undergraduate honors programs as per National Education Qualification Framework and National Credit Framework for undergraduate programs with a discipline-specific core, major and minor with a multidisciplinary approach from the academic year 2022-23 and for the postgraduate programs from the academic year 2024-25. The university is also offering the 4 years UG programs in BTech, Mathematics and Computing, Computer Science Engineering, Electronics and Communication Engineering, Electrical Engineering. University is also taking a decision to offer 5 years BLLB from the academic year 2025-26. The university has initiated several steps to strengthen academic activities of the university, which include revision of curricula to enhance experiential learning and critical thinking, created the infrastructure for using a new pedagogical tool of digital boards for effective classroom teaching. A template is developed for holistic approach to offer skill, multidisciplinary and universally accessible education, focusing on capacity building of faculty and staff. I am happy to place on record that CUK is one of the fastest growing central universities in the country in terms of academics, research and innovations. Central University of Karnataka is a lot of talent and we take all possible steps to nourish the same. The university is committed to quality and several measures are taken to ensure that quality with the active participation of every single employee. I am sure that we will be able to achieve the objectives of the university. I congratulate all the graduates and doctorates who are taking the degrees today, and also congratulate all the gold medalists for their academic excellence. I wish them all the best in their future endeavors. We are extremely indebted to Dr. V. Narayanan, Chairman, Space Commission, and Secretary, Department of Space, and also Chairman ISRO, for accepting our invitation to deliver the convocation address. I am thankful to him for taking great pains and sparing valuable time by coming all the way to Kalaburgi. Sir, your presence in CUK gives a great deal of inspiration to all our students, scholars, faculty, and all other stakeholders. I congratulate and compliment the Controller of Examination and his team, and also the chairpersons and members of various committees for successful conducting of this 8th Convocation of Central University of Karnataka. Thank you once and all. Jai Hind.
धन्यवाद महोदय। अब मैं आदरणीय परीक्षा नियंत्रक महोदय डॉक्टर कोटा साई कृष्णा जी से अनुरोध करता हूं कि वे इस समारोह के मुख्य अतिथि माननीय डॉक्टर वी नारायणन जी का परिचय दें।
I now request the Controller of Examination, Dr. Kota Sai Krishna, to formally introduce the esteemed chief guest.
Respected dignitaries, Honorable Vice Chancellor of the Central University of Karnataka, Professor Battu Satyanarayan ji, Registrar, Professor R. Biradar ji, and the chief guest of today's 8th Annual Convocation of Central University of Karnataka, Dr. V. Narayanan ji, invitees, staff, students, graduating students, media personnel, good morning you all. It is my privilege to introduce the esteemed chief guest of the 8th Convocation of the Central University of Karnataka, Dr. V. Narayanan, distinguished scientist, apex grade, Secretary, Department of Space, Chairman, Space Commission, and Chairman, ISRO. As the Secretary, Department of Space, he is providing leadership role for the space activities of our country, Bharat. Prior to this role, Dr. Narayanan was the Director of Liquid Propulsion System Center. As the Director, he provided techno-managerial leadership of LPSC, which is engaged in the development of liquid, semi-cryogenic and cryogenic propulsion stages for launch vehicles, chemical and electric propulsion systems for satellites, control systems for launch vehicles, and trans-radars development for space systems health monitoring. ISRO Propulsion Complex, located at Mahendragiri in Tamil Nadu, is a unit of ISRO responsible for assembly, integration, and testing of liquid propulsion systems. As the chairman of LPSC IPRC Coordination Committee, he is responsible for reviewing and executing the activities. Currently, Dr. V. Narayanan is the chairman of Project Management Council Space Transportation Systems, decision-making body of all launch vehicle projects and programs. He is also the chairman of the National Level Human Rated Certification Board of Gaganyaan program. Dr. V. Narayanan, who is a rocket and spacecraft propulsion expert, joined ISRO in 1984 and functioned in various capacities before becoming the chairman of ISRO. Dr. V. Narayanan, hailing from a humble family background, completed his schooling in Tamil medium from village schools and DME with first rank and AMIE in mechanical engineering. He later on completed his MTech in cryogenic engineering and PhD in aerospace engineering from IIT Kharagpur, where he was awarded a silver medal for achieving the first rank in MTech program. He has also been honored with the Distinguished Alumni Award in 2018 and the Life Fellowship Award in 2023 by IIT Kharagpur. Initially, he worked with the TI Diamond Chain Limited, Madras Rubber Factory, BHEL Trichy and BHEL Ranipet for 1.5 years before joining ISRO in 1984. In ISRO, he completed 40 years of meritorious service, including 6.5 years as the Director of Liquid Propulsion Systems Center. Due to his hard work and contributions, he is promoted to the highest level Distinguished Scientist Apex scale. As Director of LPSC, he delivered 210 liquid propulsion systems and control power plants for 45 numbers of launch vehicles and 40 numbers of satellites. When India was denied the cryogenic technology for GSLV Mark II vehicle, that designed the entire systems, developed the necessary software tools, contributed for establishing the necessary infrastructure and test facilities, testing and qualification, and completing the development of cryogenic upper stage and making it operational. As project director for C-25 cryogenic project of GSLV Mark III vehicle, he led the team, successfully developed the C-25 cryogenic stage powered by a 20-ton thrust engine and played vital role in the successful launch of LVM-3 vehicle in its maiden attempt and made the stages operational. During development, he achieved 2 world records. His MTech thesis work and PhD work were employed in the cryogenic propulsion systems. The development of cryogenic propulsion systems made India one among 6 countries to have this capability and ensured self-reliance in launch vehicles. Towards GSLV Mark III M1, Chandrayaan 2 and LVM-3, Chandrayaan 3 machines, he developed and delivered the L110 liquid stage and C-25 cryogenic stage for the LVM-3 vehicle propulsion systems, which took the spacecraft from Earth to the Moon's orbit, and throttleable propulsion systems for the Vikram lander used for the soft landing near the south pole of the Moon. He was the chairman of the national level expert committee, which pinpointed the reasons for Chandrayaan 2 hard landing and recommended necessary improvements, which eventually contributed in the success of Chandrayaan 3 and made India as the first country to soft land near south pole of the Moon. For PSLV C-57 Aditya L1 machine, realized the 2nd and 4th stages and control power plants of the vehicle and the propulsion systems used for traveling spacecraft from Earth orbit to L1 point of the Sun and retaining it in the hollow orbit. As the chairman of the Mission Readiness Review, reviewed mission and ensured India becoming the 4th country to have a successful satellite to study the Sun. Towards human space flight Gaganyaan program, he contributed in human rating of LVM-3 vehicle, development of human-rated L110 and C-32 cryogenic stages, environmental control and safety systems, service and crew module propulsion systems, and test vehicle for crew escape systems demonstration. As chairman of Gaganyaan Certification Board, he contributed in certification process of various systems for human space flight. Currently, the team led by Dr. N. Narayanan is developing a C-32 stage and 200-ton thrust LOX kerosene semi-cryogenic rocket system for improving LVM-3 payload and 11T thrust LOX methane engine for future launch vehicles, electric and green propulsion systems for spacecraft. As chairman of Project Management Council of Space Transportation Systems, he is guiding teams for the operational and new launch vehicles. He is responsible for the propulsion systems for Venus Orbiter, Chandrayaan 4, Gaganyaan, India Space Stations, BAS, and new generational launch vehicle program cleared by Cabinet recently. Dr. Narayan has been honored with 26 awards. He is a recipient of first rank in school 10th standard, first rank in DME, silver medal from IIT Kharagpur, first rank in MTech, global medal from Astronautical Society of India, ASI award for rocket and related technologies, team award for high energy materials Society of India, performance excellence award and team excellence award of ISRO, national design award from NDRF, Institution of Engineers, India, and a national aeronautical prize from the Aeronautical Society of India. He received honorary degree of Doctor of Sciences from Satyabama University, Chennai, Distinguished Alumnus Award 2018 by IIT Kharagpur, Abdul Kalam Award 2023, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's Award for Chandrayaan 3, Life Fellowship Award of IIT Kharagpur in 2003, and awarded 2024 laurels for team achievements for Chandrayaan 3 by International Academy of Astronautics. Dr. Narayanan is a member of Space Propulsion Committee of International Astronautical Federation, member of International Academy of Astronautics, fellow of Indian National Academy of Engineering, fellow of Institution of Engineers, fellow of Indian Cryogenic Council, fellow of Aeronautical Society of India, fellow of Astronautical Society of India, national president of Indian Systems Society of Science and Engineering. He has served as governing council member of INAE for 6 years and member in various national and international professional bodies. Member of IIST board and governing council, Dr. Narayanan has published a large number of technical papers, including 1,200 internal ISRO reports, 50 journal and conference papers, and few numbers of book chapters. I have presented a very brief profile of the distinguished chief guest, Dr. V. Narayanan, but the list goes like this. If I start reading, and due to the paucity of time, I stop presenting the profile here. And Dr. Narayanan has delivered, finally I would like to introduce the chief guest. Dr. Narayanan has delivered numerous keynote speeches and 10 convocation addresses at premier institutions, including IITs and NITs. His vision and expertise continue to shape India's space technology advancements. We are deeply honored to have such a distinguished scientist and leader with us today as the chief guest of the 8th Convocation of Central University of Karnataka. I welcome you, sir. Thank you.
धन्यवाद महोदय। अब मैं माननीय कुलपति महोदय प्रोफेसर बटू सत्यनारायण जी से अनुरोध करता हूं कि वे माननीय मुख्य अतिथि से दीक्षांत उद्बोधन देने का अनुरोध करें।
May I now request the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Battu Satyanarayana, to request the Chief Guest to deliver the convocation address.
I request the Chief Guest, Dr. V. Narayanan, to deliver the convocation address.
Good morning to all of you. Namaskar. Ellarkum namaskara. Vice Chancellor of this university, Professor Battu Satyanarayana, Professor Brother Registrar, Dr. Kota Sai Krishna, Controller of Examination, who is responsible for the entire gamut of activities today, Head of the departments, faculty members, staff members, and my dear young students and parents. Very good morning to all of you. I feel greatly honored and privileged to be with you and to share this significant moment and happiness of students receiving their degrees here today. Central University of Karnataka is an institution which took shape as part of the Central Universities Act 2009 towards imparting high quality education to our citizens. It is quite heartening to note that within very short time frame, the institution has grown in stature and it is sought after center of education. I happen to morning go around the institute and understand the excellent campus and its environment. I am happy to note that the students receiving degrees here today belongs to varied subjects and disciplines like humanities, earth sciences, physical sciences, business studies, social sciences, engineering, media studies, legal studies, and much more. It is amazing to have such varied disciplines being handled under a single umbrella, and I am sure lot of thinking, planning, and execution has gone behind the success of this great temple of knowledge, this great institution. It is also happy to know that Indian knowledge system component like Arthashastra and Yoga is also included in the curriculum. Solely to improve the overall personality of a student, all these things are required. The accolades for the institute, for this university, spread across 650-acre campus has not come easily. And I am sure the management faculty and all the staff members, you have played crucial role towards that for imparting, providing true education, the education that ensures absorption of knowledge, accumulation of wisdom, and appreciation of the experience. You all will agree with me, the teachers play a crucial role. I always see God in the face of teachers. And really the teachers are the ones who are igniting the minds of students and make the students a good citizen of tomorrow. And they have the great role in molding the students and making them as a good citizen and ensuring their contribution for this country. On this occasion, let me congratulate each and every faculty members of this institute. Also, all the staff members, including the contract employees who are one way or the other responsible for involving in educating you, seeing you as a good citizen of this country. Dear friends, apart from your hard and smart work, the degree what you are receiving belongs to a lot of people. I think your parents, the parents are the ones who are really sacrificed to see the wards in a greater position. On this occasion, let me also salute all the parents who are here and who are not here for giving a high quality education for your children. Dear students, you all are entering into a new phase of life, from the student phase to another phase of life with great maturity, knowledge, and a good degree from a great and good institution. On this occasion, I wish to reiterate the message of Swami Vivekananda. I quote, "Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is achieved," I unquote. With the knowledge what you have gained till now, you are going to start serving our country, which has completed 77 years of independence. And dear friends, the progress made during these 77 years is phenomenal. One has to understand, when we got the independence, 97.5% people were below the poverty line. You know what is the average life of Indians those time? It was just 32 years. From that 32 years, today, the health sector has contributed heavily and the average life has gone to 71 years. And we have made from that 97.5% below poverty line to India has become the 5th economy in the world. India is a nation which has grown in all sectors, including the science and technology from independence. In India, over the years, we have made outstanding contribution, excellent growth, and through multiple movements like Green Revolution, White Revolution, Grey Revolution and Blue Revolution. Our country has built world-class institutions over the years and achievements have been plenty. Science and technology, education, missile development, nuclear and unconventional energy area, infrastructure development, agriculture sector, and all the fields I can say we have got excellent growth. Take DRDO as the organization. When we got independence, I think we were not having enough machines and equipments for safeguarding us. Today, to our credit, lot of missiles, lot of tankages, and India is truly becoming a defense power to safeguard our own citizens. You take atomic energy department as an example. Yes, they contribute significantly in the power generation. We have got 23 nuclear reactors across 8 major nuclear plants. And what impressed me is, other than the power generation, the nuclear system has helped in multiple areas for the citizens of the country, including cancer cure medicine generation and improving the yield of seeds, lot of areas. Storing the food for long time, and like that lot of improvement has come from that department. CSR system, we are having 34 labs across the country. Every lab is doing outstanding contribution for this country. You take education department, education sector. When we got independence, hardly 12% people were educated, or literate were only 12%. That has come to a level of 79.7% today. The number of primary schools at that point of time were hardly 2,825. Today, we have got almost 8.4 lakh primary schools and 14 lakh plus total number of schools in the country. When we got independence, there was no IIT system. And today, you can see the education really revolution has happened. We have built world-class IITs. And I am so proud and happy to say that I am the alumni of the first IIT which was constructed in the country, the IIT Kharagpur in the year 1956. And today we are having lot of IITs, IICs, IIM, All India Institute of Medical Science, NITs, ISER, and 50 plus central universities of this stature. Who thought at that point of time we will have such an education system rolling out and contributing for the society? We could also establish a number of other schools and colleges of international reputation. Dear friends, you can Google it. When we got independence, when we say average life of Indians were hardly 32, there were a lot of diseases in the country. And today, the sector has grown and contributing. We are having 742 medical colleges, close to 4,351 engineering colleges, and average enrollment of students in the college is the largest in the world, 30.6 million. And we are number 3rd in the research paper generation and publication. Take power sector as an area. Hardly 3,000 plus villages were only having access to the power. In fact, I am from Kanyakumari district. Our village got power only when I was in the 9th standard. Up to that, we were studying only in the kerosene lamps. Today, most of the villages, close to 6 lakh villages, are electrified. The total power generation capacity is increased from hardly mere 1,362 megawatt in 1947 to 403 gigawatt. And lot of improvements has happened. Take the economical growth. The GDP stood hardly 2.7 lakh crore at independence. Now it has reached 135.13 lakh crore. And bypassing, crossing the UK in the economic growth and India occupying the 5th position is not a simple achievement. It's a great achievement the country has made. And Honorable Prime Minister Morarji Desai is very clear in his thinking and in the process. And soon under his leadership, in a couple of years, India will become 3rd in the economic stature. And you take transportation sector. I think lot of development has taken place. In the area of roads, almost 16-fold increase has come, and you can understand the type of quality of roads, what is built in the country is phenomenal. You take other sector like water resources and all other program, I think we have made very, very significant progress. I am sure under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Morarji Desai ji, he has got only one target, how to serve the country, how to serve the common man of this country, and how to make this country as a developed country before we celebrate 100 years of independence. I am 100% sure we are going to become a developed country as envisioned by our Honorable Prime Minister before we celebrate 100 years of independence. Dear friends, this is a very, very important day in your life. At a graduation day, probably some of you who are seeing your classmates, you don't know when you are going to see them again. In fact, you will not be thinking, knowing. I met one of my MTech classmates only on the convocation. Almost 35 years over, I am yet to see him. Sometime we talk. And you are going to enter into a different domain of life. And on this occasion, in a convocation, generally, I was also a student. Generally, students don't enjoy two aspects of convocation. One is the vice VC's address explaining about the growth of the institute. Generally, you don't hear properly. Second thing is the chief guest address. So only whoever comes, they will give lot of advice. Giving advice is very easy, but hearing the advice at this time is little difficult. But that it is my responsibility as the chief guest to give you some of my ideas. Dear friends, you are all graduates today. Education is a privilege that you enjoy, for which you are deeply indebted to the society in which you are a member. For the degree what you are receiving today, there are a lot of people responsible. Your parents, your school teachers, this institute teachers and staff members, the villagers, the country fellow man, lot of people have contributed one way or other. And it is your responsibility to give back to the society. As a valuable and responsible citizen, you also have to work for the growth and welfare of the society and citizen of this country. Learning should be a continuous process. From my own experience, I can tell you, when we pass out from the college, what we know is very, very little. And learning should be a continuous process. To update your knowledge, excel in your profession and to reach greater heights in the life and to contribute for the betterment of the society, you should learn continuously. Dr. Radhakrishnan, the former president of this country and a great scholar, once said, I quote, "The habit of reading is one of the greatest resources of mankind," I unquote. There is a Tamil saying, I quote, "Kattadu kai mannavu, kalladadu ulagavu." If I translate, what we learned and what we know is equivalent to sand in the handful of sand. What we know is equivalent to cloth. That is really a fact. You will understand when you come out of the college. Sometimes the topmost things that they know everything under the earth, it is not true. So learning should be a continuous process. And there is a saying, a graduate who is passing out today, don't read tomorrow, will not be considered as a literate day after tomorrow. This is fact. So learning should be a continuous process. Dear graduates, no substitute for hard work and smart work. I have learned from Wings of Fire, the autography of our former President APJ Abdul Kalam. I quote, "The total commitment is a pivotal quality for those who want to reach the very top of their profession." You know what is the meaning of total commitment? You have to enjoy that meaning and you have to have a total commitment. And I unquote. Work hard and earn your happiness. The intellectual education influences the mind. The value-based education influences the heart. A person with high academic record, with intellectual education alone and bankrupt value-based education is of not much use to the society. I think you all will agree with me. The success, both in personal and professional, depends on how we think, how we act, and what we believe in. It all depends on that. Develop inner strength of character. You should be always honest and trustworthy wherever you work, whichever field you are. There is a Tirkural. I quote, Vellattanedu malarnittam, mandardam ullattanedu viyarvu. I unquote. The meaning is, the stem length of a lotus in a pond depends on the depth of the water level. If the water level is more, the stem length will be more. Like that, the growth of any children, any graduates is depending upon your heart. If it is a good heart, you grow to much greater levels. Teamwork, dream, aim and achieve great things. Dreams are internal monitors. Dreams are powerful tools of an individual to achieve high goals. Be imaginative, innovative and creative. A person who uses his imagination and creativity will overpower the one who has got more resources. Self-confidence and self-motivation is another important aspect what is required. Can you do approach? I can do anything. This type of approach is an important requirement. Teamwork is the mandira for success. Teamwork with win-win approach and calculated risk-taking ability is another important requirement for somebody to succeed. Above all, you should be a noble, you should have developed noble leadership quality, and you should grow as a good human being and contribute for the society. Dear friends, the country after its independence, it has grown in multiple fields. And I think we can talk about every field: agriculture, education, infrastructure, health, the way COVID, how we handle, that shows the testimony of the development in the health sector. And every sector has grown and contributing for making this country as a developed country. And if you take Indian Space Research Organization, Indian Space Program as an example, from where I have come, after completing 41 years of service. I joined the year 1984, February 1st, completed 41 years. Today, Honorable Prime Minister has given the opportunity to lead from the front the space program. And I can look at the space, how it has grown, how it is contributing, what is in the store. This is to showcase an example of the country's growth. We started the space program in the year 1962. It was started by the visionary leader, Vikram A. Sarabhai. And 1963, November 21, we had a tiny rocket lifting off from Indian soil. That rocket came from other country, USA, and payload came from other country, France, and we were assembling and we launched. And it was in the year 1967 we had first indigenous rocket, which was hardly 1 meter height rocket. At that point of time, if you look at other countries, Neil Armstrong is landing on moon 1969. 1961, Yuri Gagarin is sent to space, brought back safely. If you look at truly, we are 60 to 70 years behind. From that humble beginning, we have come a long way. To our credit, 4,000 plus sounding rockets are launched from Indian soil. We have realized, developed, and 6 generations of launch vehicles used for placing the satellite in the orbit, starting from the SLV-3 to the Mark 3 rocket. And the first launcher took off from Indian soil in the year 1979. APJ Abdul Kalam was the project director and Professor Satish Dhawan was the chairperson. This year, January 29th, we had the 100th launch from Sriharikota, the Mark 2 vehicle, gigantically lifting off and perfectly accomplishing its mission this year. And dear friends, 1975 we built the first satellite and placed in the orbit. And we are looking the technology from other countries and we built that satellite with the support of other countries. To our credit, 131 satellites of different types are built, and the heaviest being GSAT-11, a 6,000 kg high throughput communication satellite is built and launched from this country. And till today, 433 satellites of other countries, 34 other countries are launched from Indian soil using our launch vehicles. And when you look at the Indian space program, we have come a very, very long way, and there are lot of contribution by the Indian space program. If you take the satellite and launch vehicles are meant for what? We have contributed in the area of telecommunication, television broadcasting, meteorology, cartography, disaster warning and mitigation, oceanography, earth resources management, water source management. In fact, morning when I was going around your campus, really I was little feeling dull because I understood it is a drought prone area. Already I have told VC of your institute, we will support in locating the groundwater sources and we will help you. And already I have instructed, rather informed the connected director towards that, so please make use of it and we are going to help. And there was a time, the water monitoring success was hardly less than 50 to 60%. Today, through the space activities, the success rate has gone beyond 92 to 95%. And the NAVIC system, we are having a navigation system, real-time time monitoring, real-time automobile moving monitoring, real-time monitoring of boats, all those things we are doing. And tele-education, telemedicine, and there are so many applications we are having. Monitoring the potential fishery zone and informing the fisherman. You know, through that sector around per year we are getting close to 30,000 crore profit, and Government of India budget to ISRO is 50% of that profit only. And we have rolled out a Bhuvan portal. You can do Google. I think you can Google and understand. And couple of places we have put our stamp. A country, when we started the space program, nobody believed that the space program will serve country, common man in so many areas. And today, if you see, couple of important, proud moments are there. And there are so many times people have gone to moon and come back. And it is, we had the first interplanetary mission, the Chandrayaan-1. Dear friends, you all will be proud to know, India is the first country and only one country which found water molecule on the moon and made every Indian proud. And through that mission, we also impacted for the first time our tricolor, our national flag on the moon. And Chandrayaan-2. Chandrayaan-2 has placed, we could not soft land, but we have placed an orbiter on the moon. It is having number of payloads serving common man, lot of discovery it is making. One of the payload called on-orbit high-resolution camera with 30 centimeter resolution. This is the best camera available as on date on moon. That belongs to India and ISRO. And Chandrayaan-3, 23rd August 2023. It was a historic day. The Chandrayaan-3 was rotating with a velocity of 6,077 kilometers per hour, which is 8 times of aircraft velocity. And in 19 minutes, it was brought to rest and we soft landed near South Pole of Moon. And till today, India is the only country and first country soft landed near the South Pole of Moon. And no other country could succeed this accomplishment. Mars orbiter mission. You know, red planet, you all would have heard red planet. Going to red planet, almost we have to travel 68 crore kilometers we have to travel. I think you all are having knowledge. Just you calculate, if 0.1 degree error if you travel, when you travel 68 crore kilometers, where you will reach. Not only that, after going there, we have to operate one of our engine system and capture in the moon, in the Mars orbit. Please imagine you are having a car or two-wheeler. After 60 days you start the vehicle. What will happen? We'll start. So here 295 days later we have to restart. And it is history. We have successfully accomplished the mission. And India is the only country and first country which has accomplished successfully Mars orbiter mission in the first attempt. Till today we are the only country. Not only that, if you estimate the total distance travel and the money spent and calculate per kilometer, the money spent is Honorable Prime Minister, we didn't calculate. He calculated and informed that it is less than auto fare per kilometer. That is the low-cost mission which we have accomplished, and the entire world is looking on India, how these guys are doing such a low-cost mission, and that was succeeding in the first attempt. And one of the important things, the propulsion system, which is nothing but the engine systems. There are different types of engine system. One is a cryogenic propulsion system, which is the high efficient propulsion system where we use liquid hydrogen and oxygen. And this technology was denied to India. The difference between a car engine and rocket engine, functionally no difference. The car engine is used for taking human being from one place to another place, or object from one place to another place. Same way the rocket engines are used for taking satellite from Earth to orbit, or human being from Earth to orbit. But there are a couple of differences. Car in the city, I think the maximum velocity at which it can go is 100 km per hour. For placing a satellite in the orbit, we have to give 37,000, Chandrayaan-3 to place in the orbit, 37,000 km per hour velocity we have to give. This has to be done by the engine system. And a car, you can estimate 3 to 4 grams per second fuel, petrol and air is consumed. When our rocket lifts off, around 4,500 kg per second fuel is utilized. So that is the type of system you have to develop. So the cryogenic technology, those who read the newspaper and those who followed in the early 90s, you will understand. There were 5 countries having the technology, and we were looking for the technology from other countries, and the technology was denied to India. And we had to develop on our own. That is the place I joined after my M.Tech in cryogenic engineering. Today, dear friends, to our credit, we have developed 3 cryogenic propulsion systems, and we are one among 6 countries having that technology, guarded technology with us. Not only the development, the second propulsion system meant for Mark rocket. When we developed, towards the end phase, almost 6 to 7 years, I was the project director. We set targets. Today, to our credit, we have made 3 world records in the development. The minimum time in the development, minimum number of engines used for development, and minimum time used for a stage hot test. We are having 3 world records. And today we are in the commercial business. And Mark III rocket, last 2 years has placed 72 OneWeb India One mission in the orbit. And today, this year we are going to launch a communication satellite of USA using our own rocket. I think you would have heard Honorable Prime Minister announcing when he was in USA that another important thing, India and USA has built together a satellite called NISR satellite, NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar, NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar satellite. 50% satellite payload from USA, 50% from us, and we have taken the lead role to build. And Honorable Prime Minister, I was so proud to hear, he announced that the satellite is built jointly by both the countries, and it is going to be lifted off and placed in the orbit using our rocket engine, our rocket. That is the great thing what is happening in the country. And we are building a G20 satellite for G20 countries. I got the opportunity to represent India in Brazil last year for the G20. And it is a climate and weather forecast, weather study satellite. We have conceived the satellite. We are having 40% payloads, 40% payloads coming from other countries, and we are going to launch, and we are going to serve all the 20 countries. Thereby, we are having a leadership role in this type of areas. And dear friends, the country which started space program, we were 70 years behind. We charted out the program to become world leaders. Through a single rocket, it was only 37 satellites were successfully placed in the orbit. We set a target, we placed 100 satellites. And it is history. India is the first country which placed 104 satellites through a single rocket successfully in the orbit and made world record. Of course, today somebody has done more, but we made that world record. And thereby, lot of accomplishment and achievements have come. And all these achievements are because of teamwork. You should understand the value of teamwork. And today, Honorable Prime Minister has rolled out great programs. Now, when I look at the success of Indian space program, which has come with flying colors, where we are all equally respected, equally respected by other spacefaring nations, the reasons are a couple of reasons. We had vision and great visionary leaders throughout the space program. ISRO has never been brought down by failures. Whenever there is a setback, we consider it as opportunity and study and jump back and ensure success. I will share one of my experience. You all know Chandrayaan 2. You would have seen the TV. Towards the last phase, we could not successfully soft land. And of course, the orbiter is doing fantastic job. And there was a committee constituted, national level committee, to study the entire satellite system Chandrayaan 2, its performance, and give recommendation for Chandrayaan 3. But then this work was demanded in 30 days time. Normally it takes 1 year time frame to understand all satellite system, which has got software, hardware, camera, structure, propulsion system, inertial system, and lander system, so many things. Everything should be understood thoroughly. So 30 days time was given. Dear friends, we were 10-member committee, we have studied everything. We were finding initially a little difficult, but we set target. Being so many people were toppers in that committee, toppers of their own institute, we decided we will complete the job before 30 days. And 5 hours before 30 days deadline, the entire activity was completed and a report was submitted with more than 100 recommendations. And today, implement the entire recommendation with additional steps, the Chandrayaan 3 has become success and we are #1 in the world. And I was so blessed to be the national president for that committee which did the analysis and submitted the report. And team, we strongly believe teamwork has got a great virtue in ISRO. People from all walks of life, irrespective of the religion and languages, come together and work together for a common mission. Open work culture is another important thing. Opinion of even the youngest person can come and question Chairman ISRO. If he is technically correct, he is technically correct. So that we give the free hand. Above all, we all believe that organization and the country is above individuals. Individuals are never above all these things. And dear friends, you should pick up a couple of things from this as a learning lesson. And our Honorable Prime Minister has rolled out the space vision. Next 20 years, 25 years, what they have to do. We are going to have a Chandrayaan 4 mission, which is going to bring back samples from moon, and we are going to do research. We are going to build our own space station by 2028. 2035 and 2028, we will put the first module. We are going to accomplish the Gaganyaan mission, the mission in which Indian will be taken to moon, to space and brought back safely. We are working on that. And we are building a new rocket called Next Generation Launcher. It is a 34 height rocket, 97 meter height, capable of placing 30,000 kg in the low Earth orbit. The first launcher took only 35 kg to Earth orbit. So we are working towards that. We have been given direction to take man to moon and bring them back safely by 2040. So we are working towards that. And currently there are 55 satellites in the orbit serving the common man of this country. And this number has to become 3 times in another 3 to 4 years, so we are working towards that. Thereby, this organization is built by generations of leaders. And added to that, Government of India has also rolled out the space sector reform. Thereby, any college, any academic institute, any industry, they can do the space activities. Dear graduates, this is a simple example of a country which got independence 1947. No space program at that point of time. 62 started, and today we are #1 in lot of places and providing leadership role in lot of places and set great targets to contribute for making this country as a developed country. When you pass out from this institute, actually there are plenty of opportunities. There are lot of social problems can be solved, lot of technical problems, lot of infrastructure has to be built. And you have got a great opportunity in the next 20 years to contribute and make this country as a developed country. Really, I feel you are a blessed citizen of this country. to contribute and see this country as a developed country. Dear graduates, once again, my greetings to each and every graduating students for receiving the degree what you have learned today. And one of the great visionaries said, I quote, "You should always be righteous in the heart, which leads to beauty in the character. Beauty in the character brings harmony in the home. Harmony in the home leads to order in the nation, and order in the nation leads to peace in the world." I unquote. Once again, let me congratulate all the graduating students. My best wishes to the institute, the faculty members, the management and staff members for taking this institute to much higher level, to world-class level. Let me thank the governing council, the VC, and one of the faculty members, I should not forget his name, Professor Raju Joshi, who was behind ensuring me to reach here, making phone calls after phone calls to my office, and the VC, and all the people who are responsible for making me available here and share a couple of my thoughts. On this occasion, let me pray the Almighty to shower the blessing on all the graduating students and on this institute and on the staff members and faculty members for your happy, healthy, personal and professional life and contributing for making this country as a developed country before we celebrate 100 years of independence. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. The deans will now proceed to introduce the candidates eligible for the conferment of their respective degrees.
ಮಾನವಿಕ ಮತ್ತು ಭಾಷಾ ನಿಕಾಯದ ಡೀನರಾದ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ವಿಕ್ರಮ ವಿಸಾಜಿಯವರು ಪದವಿ ಪಡೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಅರ್ಹರಾದ ನಿಕಾಯದ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಪಟ್ಟಿಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಪಡಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ.
Now, I invite Professor Vikram Visaji, the Dean, School of Humanities and Languages, to present the list of candidates slated for the conferral of degrees. Please, sir.
Vice Chancellor, sir, I present before you the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in English, Master of Arts in Kannada, English, Hindi, Linguistics, Performing Arts in Hindustani Vocal, and Doctor of Philosophy in Kannada and English. I pray that the candidates who have passed their examination in the years since last convocation may be admitted along with those candidates who are receiving.
ಮತ್ತು ಭಾಷಾ ನಿಕಾಯದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗಳು ತಾವಿರುವ ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಲ್ಲಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ.
Candidates of School of Humanities and Languages are requested to stand at their places. I repeat, candidates of the School of Humanities and Languages are requested to stand at their places.
By virtue of hours vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of Central Institute of Karnataka, I admit those candidates to the degree of Bachelor of Arts in English, Master of Arts in Kannada, English, Hindi, Linguistics, Performing Arts in Hindustani Vocal, and Doctor of Philosophy in Kannada and English.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Degree receivers may kindly be seated.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ವ್ಯವಹಾರ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ನಿಕಾಯದ ಡೀನರಾದ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಪಾಂಡುರಂಗ ವಿ ಅವರು ಪದವಿ ಪಡೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಅರ್ಹರಾದ ನಿಕಾಯದ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಪಟ್ಟಿಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಪಡಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ.
Now, I invite Professor Panduranga V, the Dean, School of Business Studies, to present the list of candidates slated for the conferral of degrees. Sir, please.
Vice Chancellor, sir, I present before you the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Business Administration, Master of Business Administration, Commerce, Economics and Business Administration in Tourism and Travel Management, Doctor of Philosophy in Commerce, Management and Economics. I pray that the candidates who have been passed their examination in the years since last convocation may be admitted.
ವ್ಯವಹಾರ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ನಿಕಾಯದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗಳು ತಾವಿರುವ ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಇದ್ದು ನಿಲ್ಲಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ.
Candidates of the School of Business Studies are requested to stand at their places.
I admit those candidates to the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Business Administration, Master of Business Administration, Commerce, Economics, Master of Business Administration in Tourism and Travel Management, Doctor of Philosophy in Commerce, Management and Economics.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Degree receivers may kindly be seated.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಭೂ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಗಳ ನಿಕಾಯದ ಡೀನರಾದ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಎಂ.ಎ. ಮೊಹಮ್ಮದ್ ಅಸ್ಲಾಂ ಇವರು ಪದವಿ ಪಡೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಅರ್ಹರಾದ ನಿಕಾಯದ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಪಟ್ಟಿಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಪಡಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ.
Now, I invite Professor M.A. Muhammad Aslam, the Dean, School of Earth Sciences, to present the list of candidates slated for the conferral of degrees. Please, sir.
Vice Chancellor, sir, I present before you the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Geography and Geology and Master of Science in Applied Geography and Geoinformatics, Applied Geology and Doctor of Philosophy in Geography and Geology. I pray that the candidates who have passed their examination in the years since the last convocation may be admitted.
ಭೂವಿಜ್ಞಾನಗಳ ನಿಕಾಯದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗಳು ತಾವಿರುವ ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಲ್ಲಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ.
Candidates of the School of Earth Sciences are requested to stand at their places.
I admit those candidates to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Geography and Geology and Master of Science in Applied Geography and Geoinformatics, Applied Geology and Doctor of Philosophy in Geography and Geology.
Thank you, sir.
धन्यवाद महोदय. उपाधि प्राप्तकर्ता कृपया अपना स्थान ग्रहण करें. अब मैं भौतिक विज्ञान संकाय के अधिष्ठाता डॉक्टर भरत कुमार जी को आमंत्रित करता हूं कि वे उपाधि प्राप्तकर्ताओं की सूची प्रस्तुत करें.
I now invite Dr. Bharat Kumar, the Dean, School of Physical Sciences, to give the candidates list for degree conferral. Please, sir.
Vice Chancellor, sir, I present before you the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Master of Science in Physics and Mathematics, Doctor of Philosophy in Physics and Mathematics. I pray that the candidates who have passed their examination in the years since last convocation may be admitted.
भौतिक विज्ञान संकाय के विद्यार्थियों से अनुरोध है कि वे अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं.
Candidates of the School of Physical Sciences are requested to stand at their places.
I admit those candidates to the degree of Bachelor of Science, Master of Science in Physics and Mathematics and Doctor of Philosophy in Physics and Mathematics.
Thank you, sir.
धन्यवाद महोदय. उपाधि प्राप्तकर्ता कृपया अपना स्थान ग्रहण करें. अब मैं रासायनिक विज्ञान संकाय के अधिष्ठाता प्रोफेसर रमन डी.वी. जी को आमंत्रित करता हूं कि वे उपाधि प्राप्तकर्ताओं की सूची प्रस्तुत करें.
I now invite Professor Ramana D.V., the Dean, School of Chemical Sciences, to give the candidates list for degree conferral. Sir, please.
Vice Chancellor, sir, I present before you the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Master of Science in Chemistry and Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry. I pray that the candidates who have passed their examination in the years since last convocation may be admitted.
रासायनिक विज्ञान संकाय के विद्यार्थियों से अनुरोध है कि वे अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं.
Candidates of the School of Chemical Sciences are requested to stand at their places.
I admit those candidates to the Master of Science in Chemistry and Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry.
Thank you, sir.
धन्यवाद महोदय। उपाधि प्राप्तकर्ता कृपया अपना स्थान ग्रहण करें। अब मैं सामाजिक और व्यवहार विज्ञान संकाय के अधिष्ठाता प्रोफेसर पवित्रा आर अलूर जी को आमंत्रित करता हूं कि वे उपाधि प्राप्तकर्ताओं की सूची प्रस्तुत करें।
I now invite Professor Pavitra R. Allur, the Dean, School of Social and Behavioral Sciences, to give the candidates list for degree conferral. Madam, please.
Vice Chancellor, sir, I present before you the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Psychology, Master of Science in Psychology, Master of Social Work, Master of History, and Master of Folkloristic Tribal Studies, and Master of Arts in Public Administration. And also Doctor of Philosophy in Psychology and Doctor of Philosophy in Social Work. I pray that the candidates who have passed their examination in the years since last convocation may be admitted.
सामाजिक और व्यवहार विज्ञान संकाय के विद्यार्थियों से अनुरोध है कि वे अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं।
Candidates of the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences are requested to stand at their places.
I admit those candidates to the degree of Bachelor of Psychology, Master of Science in Psychology, Master of Social Work, Master of Arts in History, Master of Arts in Folkloristics and Tribal Studies, and Master of Arts in Public Administration, and Doctor of Philosophy in Psychology and Social Work.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Madam. Degree receivers may kindly be seated.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಗಣಕ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ನಿಕಾಯದ ಡೀನರಾದ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಶ್ರೀಕಂಠಯ್ಯ ಕೇಸ್ ಇವರು ಪದವಿ ಪಡೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಅರ್ಹರಾದ ನಿಕಾಯದ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಪಟ್ಟಿಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಪಡಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ.
Now, I invite Professor Srikanthaya Kesi, the Dean, School of Computer Science, to present the list of candidates slated for the conferral of degrees. Please, sir.
Vice Chancellor, sir, I present before you the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for degree of Master in Computer Applications. I pray that the candidate who have passed their examination in the year since last convocation may be admitted.
ಗಣಕ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ನಿಕಾಯದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗಳು ತಾವಿರುವ ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಲ್ಲಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ.
Candidates of the School of Computer Science are requested to stand at their places.
I admit those candidates to the degree of Master of Computer Applications.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Degree receivers may kindly be seated.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ನಿಕಾಯದ ಡೀನರಾದ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಪರಮೇಶ್ ಇವರು ಪದವಿ ಪಡೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಅರ್ಹರಾದ ನಿಕಾಯದ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಪಟ್ಟಿಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಪಡಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ.
Now, I invite Professor Paramesh, the Dean, School of Engineering, to present the list of candidates slated for the conferral of degrees. Please, sir.
Vice Chancellor, sir, I present before you the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Technology, Master of Technology, and Doctor of Philosophy in Engineering. I pray that candidates who have passed their examination in the years since last convocation may be admitted.
ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ನಿಕಾಯದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗಳು ತಾವಿರುವ ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಲ್ಲಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ.
Candidates of the School of Engineering are requested to stand at their places.
I admit those candidates to the degree of Bachelor of Technology, Master of Technology, and Doctor of Philosophy in Engineering.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Degree receivers may kindly be seated.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಮತ್ತು ತರಬೇತಿ ನಿಕಾಯದ ಡೀನರಾದ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ GR ಅಂಗೈ ಇವರು ಪದವಿ ಪಡೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಅರ್ಹರಾದ ನಿಕಾಯದ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಪಟ್ಟಿಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಪಡಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ.
Now, I invite Professor G.R. Angadi, the Dean, School of Education and Training, to present the list of candidates slated for the conferral of degrees. Please, sir.
Vice Chancellor, sir, I present before you the candidate who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Education. I pray that the candidate who have passed their examinations in the years since last convocation may be admitted.
ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಮತ್ತು ತರಬೇತಿ ನಿಕಾಯದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗಳು ತಾವಿರುವ ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಲ್ಲಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ.
Candidates of the School of Education and Training are requested to stand at their places.
By virtue of powers vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of Central University of Karnataka, I admit those candidates to the degree of Bachelor of Education.
Thank you, sir.
धन्यवाद महोदय। उपाधि प्राप्त करता कृपया अपना स्थान ग्रहण करें। अब मैं जीव विज्ञान संकाय के अधिष्ठाता प्रोफेसर एन सत्यनारायण जी को आमंत्रित करता हूं कि वे उपाधि प्राप्त करताओं की सूची प्रस्तुत करें।
Now I invite Professor N. Satyanarayana, the Dean, School of Life Sciences, to present the list of candidates slated for the conferral of degrees. Please, sir.
Vice Chancellor, sir, I present before you the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Master of Sciences in Life Sciences. I pray that the candidates who have passed their examination in the year since last convocation kindly be admitted.
जीव विज्ञान संकाय के विद्यार्थियों से अनुरोध है कि वे अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं।
Candidates of School of Life Sciences are requested to stand at their places.
By virtue of powers vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of Central University of Karnataka, I admit those candidates to the degree of Master of Science in Life Science.
Thank you, sir.
धन्यवाद महोदय। उपाधि प्राप्त करता कृपया अपना स्थान ग्रहण करें। अब मैं मीडिया अध्ययन संकाय के अधिष्ठाता प्रोफेसर आर एस हेगड़ी जी को आमंत्रित करता हूं कि वे उपाधि प्राप्तकर्ताओं की सूची प्रस्तुत करें।
Now I invite Professor R. S. Hegedi, the Dean, School of Media Studies, to present the list of candidates slated for the conferral of degrees. Please, sir.
Vice Chancellor, sir, I present before you the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Master of Arts in Journalism and Mass Communication. I pray that the candidates who have passed their examination in the years since last convocation may be admitted.
मीडिया अध्ययन संकाय के विद्यार्थियों से अनुरोध है कि वे अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं।
Candidates of the School of Media Studies are requested to stand at their places.
By virtue of powers vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of Central University of Karnataka, I admit those candidates to the degree of Master of Arts in Journalism and Mass Communication.
Thank you, sir.
धन्यवाद महोदय। उपाधि प्राप्त करता कृपया अपना स्थान ग्रहण करें। अब मैं कानूनी न्याय शास्त्र अध्ययन संकाय के अधिष्ठाता डॉक्टर बसवराज कुबकडी जी को आमंत्रित करता हूं कि वे उपाधि प्राप्तकर्ताओं की सूची प्रस्तुत करें।
Now I invite Dr. Basavaraj Kubakadi, the Dean, School of Legal Jurisprudence Studies, to present the list of candidates slated for the conferral of degrees. Please, sir.
Vice Chancellor, sir, I present before you the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Master of Law. I pray that the candidates who have passed their examination in the year since last convocation may be admitted.
कानूनी न्याय शास्त्र अध्ययन संकाय के विद्यार्थियों से अनुरोध है कि वे अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं।
Candidates of School of Legal Jurisprudence Studies are requested to stand at their places.
By virtue of powers vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of Central University of Karnataka, I admit those candidates to the degree of Master of Law.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Degree recipients, please take your seats.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಘಟಿಕೋತ್ಸವದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಜರಿಲ್ಲದ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಪದವಿಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರದಾನ ಮಾಡಲು ಮಾನ್ಯ ಕುಲಪತಿಗಳನ್ನು ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಪರೀಕ್ಷಾ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಾದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೋಟಾ ಸಾಯಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಇವರಲ್ಲಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
Now I request the respected Controller of Examination, Dr. Kota Sai Krishna, to kindly grant degrees to students in absentia.
Vice Chancellor, sir, on behalf of the other candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the degree in respective subjects have been permitted to receive their degrees in absentia. I pray that they be admitted to their respective degrees.
by virtue of powers vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of Central University of Karnataka, I admit those candidates to their respective degree in absentia. Thank you, sir.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. PhD ಪಡೆದ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗಳನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಪತ್ರವನ್ನು ಪಡೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತೆ ಆಹ್ವಾನಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಪರೀಕ್ಷಾ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಾದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೋಟಾ ಸಾಯಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಇವರಲ್ಲಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
May I now request the Control of Examination, Dr. Kota Sai Krishna, to present the list of Doctor of Philosophy candidates.
I'll read out the names of the doctoral candidates. Please come on to the stage in the sequence and receive the doctorate degree from the Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Narayanan. Shweta A.K., Department of Physics. Mallikarjun, Department of Physics. Mallikarjun, Department of Physics. Suresha SP, Department of Mathematics. Suresha SP, Department of Mathematics. Neeraj Rathod, Department of Mathematics. Muhammad Rafiq KV, Department of Mathematics. Pradeep Reddy, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Shirbadi Sarala Somnath, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Raghavendra Talimarada, Department of Economics. Sashikumar R, Department of Economics. Puttaraj, Department of Economics. Sunil Kumar Sahu, Department of Economics. Wait. What's your name? Then she wants to Basavanagowda, Department of Commerce. Channaviraya, Department of Commerce. Kirti Kumara SM, Department of Commerce. Nirmal Joseph, Department of English. Nilofer, Department of English. Bondita Saikia, Department of Economics. Ashwini, Department of Economics. Shivanjali Shukla, Department of Economics. Tirumala G. Pavani, Department of Management. Samriddhi Kapoor, Department of Management. Ved Prakash, Department of Commerce. Tamarai Chelvan, Department of Chemistry. Harshad Anil Mirgane, Department of Chemistry. Sindhu DM, Department of Psychology. Ashwati Gopi, Department of Psychology. Julia Grace Jacob, Department of Psychology. Julia Grace Jacob, Department of Psychology. Monica Daniel, Department of Psychology. Astha, Department of Psychology. Alina P. Matthew, Department of Psychology. Monica Umakanta, Department of Psychology. Bhukya Anil, Department of Social Work. Nandappa, Department of Kannada. Reshma SR, Department of Geology. Pooja Kumari Swarnakar, Department of Geology. Reshma SR, Department of Geology. Pooja Kumari Swarnakar, Department of Geology. And that is the end of the list. Thank you.
धन्यवाद महोदय। अब मैं आदरणीय कुल सचिव महोदय प्रोफेसर आर बिरादर जी को स्वर्ण पदक प्राप्त विद्यार्थियों की सूची प्रस्तुत करने हेतु आमंत्रित करता हूं।
Thank you, sir. Now I invite the respected Registrar, Professor R. Biradar, to present the list of gold medals.
I request the Honorable Chief Guest to present the gold medals to the candidates. I call out the names of the gold medals who have to come in order. Kota Aparna, Master of Business Administration. Parvati Murali, Master of Commerce. Sweta Patlola, MA Economics. Aparna Biswala, MBA Tourism and Travel Management. Sanjana Sahu, MSc Chemistry. Sri Vishnupriya M, Master of Computer Application. Meera Krishna RL, MSc Applied Geography and Geoinformatics. Ankrutri Srivastav, MSc Applied Geology. Ashish Samota, M.Tech, Power and Energy Engineering. H.A. Vani, M.A. English. Arpita, M.A. Hindi. Shobha, M.A. Kannada. Nayanthara R, M.A. Linguistics. Preeti V. Budagumpi, Master of Performing Arts, Hindustani Vocal. Winner Rasi J. LLM Criminal Law. Yes, Arvind, MSc Life Science. Yes, parents welcome. Padmaja PG, MA in Journalism and Mass Communication. Battula Srishti, MSc Mathematics. Shahu A.S., MA Folkloristics and Tribal Studies. Eric Jacob, MA History and Archaeology. Lipsa Maria Jose, MSc Psychology. Anusri A, MA Public Administration and Governance. Nandana K, Master of Social Work. Susmita Rokur, MTech, Embedded and Real-Time Systems. Narasimha Reddy, Mulgundla, Bachelor of Business Administration. Gumdu Likita, B Honors Economics. Divya J, Integrated MSc Geography. Gayatri Rajan, Integrated MSc Geology. Vishwanath Mahanandan, Bachelor of Education. Bura Mastana Vedasai, Sahitya Nithin, B.Tech Electrical Engineering. Rasi Anubi Srivastav, B.Tech Electronics and Communication Engineering. Shawan John Rezi, Integrated MA English.
Valiveti Yugundar, integrated MSc Psychology. Lakshmi Charita Reddy, BSc PCM. Overall gold medal goes to that is Professor A.M. Patan gold medal to Bura Masthan Vedasai Shah. University top. He is the university topper. Among all the subjects, he has scored highest marks. Please give a big round of applause.
धन्यवाद महोदय। अब मैं आदरणीय कुल सचिव महोदय प्रोफेसर आर बिरादर जी से सादर अनुरोध करता हूं कि वे धन्यवाद ज्ञापन करें।
May I respectfully request the Registrar Professor R. Biradar to deliver the vote of thanks.
Very pleasant good afternoon to all of you. The Convocation ceremony of Central of Karnataka has provided a platform to recognize outstanding academic achievements, commendable research endeavors, and notable contribution to the society. This grand ceremony has marked a significant milestone in the academic journey of the Central Institute of Karnataka and its graduating students under the active and dynamic leadership of Professor Battu Satyanarayana Ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Central Institute of Karnataka, and his dynamic team. Therefore, it gives me an immense pleasure and I deem it as a great honor to offer vote of thanks to all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and all those who have contributed significantly to make this mega event an ever memorable and a grand success. At the very outset, on behalf of the Central Institute of Karnataka, all invitees, proud parents and students who have gathered here, I profoundly thank Dr. V. Narayanan, Chairman ISRO and Chairman Space Commission for accepting our invitation to be the chief guest of the 8th Convocation of CUK and having delivered an excellent talk on India's outstanding contributions, achievements in GDP, poverty reduction, education and health sector, science and technology, space missile sector, and inspiring our young students to contribute significantly towards achieving Viksit Bharat by 2047. Sir, we are truly honored by your gracious presence on this occasion and grateful to your very good message, beautiful message that the intellectual education influences the mind, whereas the value-based education influences the heart. So thank you so much, sir, for your kind presence and gracing the occasion. Similarly, I wholeheartedly thank Sri Vijay Keshwar Gokhale, Honorable Chancellor of Central Institute of Karnataka, for his best wishes for successful completion of 8th Convocation of CUK. I profoundly thank Professor Battu Satyanarayana Ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Central Institute of Karnataka, for his unstinted commitment, unwavering support, limitless dedication towards development of Central Institute of Karnataka as the center of excellence for quality education, quality teaching, research and innovation through the principles of transparency, accountability and democracy, and also for having presided over the 8th Convocation of CUK and delivered a very excellent welcome speech. Thank you very much, sir. I sincerely thank Dr. Kota Sai Krishna Ji, Controller of Examination, for ensuring a significant improvement in the functioning of examination section through digital technology and for successful organization and completion of 8th Convocation of CUK. I wholeheartedly thank Dr. Ramadurai, Finance Officer, for his hassle-free financial support for conduct of various academic activities and cultural programs during the last year and contributing for successful completion of 8th Convocation of CUK. I sincerely express my deep sense of gratitude to the honorable members of the court of CUK for having contributed their expertise to shape and reshape our academic and non-academic pursuits and for having participated in the 8th Convocation and gracing the occasion. I also wholeheartedly thank all the honorable members of Executive Council, especially the external members, namely Professor Sulakar Edlazi, Dr. Akumachi R.H. and Professor B.K. Tulsimala for having provided their valuable suggestions, incredible support, expertise for preparation and execution of several policies, programs, and thereby making our university more academic, research and innovation oriented, and also for having traveled from far of the places and actively participated in the celebration of 8th Convocation of the university and gracing the occasion. I also take this opportunity to express my deep sense of gratitude to other external EC members, namely Professor P.B. Gai and Professor Sivanand B. Osamani, for their outstanding contribution for development of the university through their expertise, knowledge, and for having sent best message for grand success of the 8th Convocation. I would like to thank all the members of Academic Council for providing their academic knowledge, expertise to design and redesign academic activities and for having traveled from far of the places and participated in the 8th Convocation of CUK and gracing the occasion. I sincerely acknowledge and thank members of Finance Committee for their active support to take up several academic and research activities in CUK, and thanks are also due to the members of Building Committee for their support. I also extend heartfelt gratitude to all the deans of different schools of studies, all the HODs, coordinators and teachers of different departments of CUK for their continuous limitless support and valuable suggestions towards ensuring quality teaching, research, innovation and effective governance, and having participated in the 8th Convocation of CUK and gracing the occasion. I take this opportunity to thank the Deans, Campus Development, Deans DSW, Deputy DSW, Director and Deputy Director of Academics, Librarian, Deputy Librarian, Director of Physical Education, Medical Officers, Consultant Engineer, Electrical and Civil Engineers of CUK, all the non-teaching staff of CUK for their valuable support and incredible contribution in shaping academic career of the students, handful support to the administration and active participation in the 8th Convocation of CUK, thereby making this event a grand success. I heartily extend my sincere thanks to all the chairpersons, conveners and members of different committees formed for smooth conduct of 8th Convocation of CUK, and heartfelt thanks are also due to the student volunteers for their tireless and unstinted contribution towards successful organization and completion of the 8th Convocation. I sincerely express my deep sense of gratitude to all the special invitees, proud parents, guests from different parts of India and Karnataka for their presence and then making this convocation more meaningful and then a grand success. I congratulate all the UG, PG students, PhD scholars and gold medalists of different departments for having availed the degrees and awards on this special occasion, and my sincere thanks are also due to all of them for having physically participated in the 8th Convocation and made it a grand, successful and meaningful function. I also take this opportunity to thank Ganapati Shennu, Associate Professor, Department of Business Studies, for rendering valuable services of PRO of CUK and Deputy PRO Dr. Prakash Malikai, and all the print and electronic media persons who have gathered here for wider coverage and then publicity of our convocation activity and also our academic programs during the last year. I also thank Dr. Ankita Sattapati, Dr. Rohinaksha Sillur and Swapnil Chavlekar for excellent conduct of the program, and thanks are also due to Dr. Jayadevi Jangamasetti and her students for rendering nice invocation and national anthem. Last but not least, I extend my heartfelt thanks to all the police officers of Narona, Alan,
Kalburgi Police Station and security officer and inspector of CUK and other security personnel and police band for providing very good security and band services. And my thanks are also due to the officers of Fire Brigade, Kalburgi, for providing safety measures. With these words of my acknowledgement, I conclude my vote of thanks with Swami Vivekananda's great message that I quote: take risk in your life. If you win, you can lead. If you lose, you can guide. So this, I wish you all the best. Have a nice day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Requesting everyone to remain seated, don't move out of the hall and maintain discipline.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಘಟಿಕೋತ್ಸವದ ಮುಕ್ತಾಯವನ್ನು ಘೋಷಿಸಲು ಮಾನ್ಯ ಕುಲಪತಿಗಳನ್ನು ವಿನಂತಿಸುವುದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಪರೀಕ್ಷಾ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳನ್ನು ಆಹ್ವಾನಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
Thank you, sir. Now I request the Controller of Examination, Dr. Kota Sai Krishna, to request the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Battu Satyanarayana, to declare the convocation closed.
I request Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Battu Satyanarayana ji, to declare the convocation is closed.
By the virtue of powers vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of Central University of Karnataka, I declare the 8th convocation is closed.
Thank you, sir.
ಇದೀಗ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗೀತೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಗೌರವಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಲ್ಲಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ.
अब मैं सभी से अनुरोध करता हूं कि कृपया राष्ट्रगान के सम्मान में खड़े हो जाएं.
Now I request everyone to please stand up for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड कलवंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभाशिष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಘಟಿಕೋತ್ಸವದ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳ ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆಯು ಸಭಾಂಗಣದಿಂದ ನಿರ್ಗಮಿಸುವವರೆಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಲ್ಲಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ.
Kindly maintain your standing position till the academic procession exit the hall. I
सभी से सादर अनुरोध है कि अकादमिक प्रोसेशन सभागृह के बाहर जाने तक कृपया खड़े रहे. धन्यवाद. repeat, all the gold medalists are requested to gather near the health center for the group photo. Thank you.
Thank you one and all. Have a good day.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
आपका दिन शुभ रहे.